Okay, so after my last video, I thought I should do this one, talking about how socialism, democratic socialism, communism, whatever, does more harm than good. Now, let me say I do have part of a script ready. It's kind of a cluster because it's something that me, a friend of mine on Facebook, and a mutual friend of mine, hers, put, and I'm gonna try and work it in with something else here, but admittedly, I only have like, admittedly, like I said, just I don't even know how to put it. It's a bit of a script. My I didn't want to put too much time into the whole thing with capitalism because admittedly not a whole lot of countries kind of stick with it. Like I mean they do, but you get what I mean. But anyway, I'm just gonna talk about some of them, but still, I'm gonna kind of give at least proof of some of it. But mostly, I want to get into people who are able to get rich off of capitalism. So let me jump into this before this video gets really long. So Swedish economy is set to slow in 2019 as Norway takes the lead. Now, keep in mind, Bernie Sanders kept talking about, Norway. Oh, Norway this and Norway that. Well, Norway got mad and said, no, we're not socialist. Now, I don't quite know the whole thing of the government, but they did state that, no, we're not socialist. So I'll just take the benefit of I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, Sweden, they actually got rid of inheritance tax, capital gains tax, and so on. Peter Schiff did a nice video about on the Seth Rogen show where he's talking about Sweden and countries around that area who were pretty much socialists are turning back because they're starting to realize they're going broke, it's not working, and so on. So I'm going to kind of skip those countries because odds are if you're paying attention to me, you're definitely paying attention to him. So, Socialist Party of Argentina. Just the Wikipedia, I just want to show, yes, they were socialists. Founded in 1896 and one of the oldest still active parties in Argentina alongside the Radical Civic Union. Currently, the party lacks representation on the National Congress. So it's the oldest and still going. Is Argentina a socialist country? The promoter Socialist Party of Argentina. Argentina economy is often criticized for social policies, but according to them, it doesn't meet the criteria. But let's get into considering the socialist tendencies of Argentina. Many people confuse socialism with a strain of equitable egalitarianism, which advocates for the belief that everyone should have equal outcome. Last I checked, that is socialism, possibly even closer to communism. Some areas in Argentina life are becoming more socialist. But even then, isn't this is what that one Mexican bitch I was talking about last time is going on about oh well we should basically saying about there should be equal outcome and all that. I admit she's not saying it straight up, but still this has basically been the argument from the left how because things aren't equal it's because of whatever and why this is why we need socialism to make things equal and how the evil rich 1%, we got to equal it out and all this other crap. They basically just want the equal outcome, not equal opportunity. Let's make sure. Which advocates the belief of everyone should be at equal outcomes, not opportunity, outcomes. So that's last I checked. That's pretty much what democratic socialists want, or at least the ones I've dealt with. 1988 to 2002, Argentina Great Depression. Funny. Capital state socialism, lessons from Zimbabwe. Keep in mind the socialist, feminist, anti-racist organization Solidarity. Here's the power fist. Zimbabwe was born after a long, bloody liberation. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Republic of Zimbabwe, 1980, was stated the commitment of the building a socialist society. By 1998, made it an about face of the overtly capitalist model of development, which happened to do with the events of Zimbabwe pertaining to the possibility of socialism in the periphery. Zimbabwe was born alongside the Liberation War, the Zimbabwe African National Union, ZANU, one of two socialist-oriented national liberation movements, won the country's first election. ZANU has won every election since 1980, becoming the dominant political body in Zimbabwe, and socialism was a professed goal of ZANU. So here we are. They're admitting, yes, socialism. It is basically a socialist country, or if you want, because they try and mix it with capitalist democratic socialist, which is, I'm pretty sure that was what the democratic socialists go for. Zimbabwe economy crashes and locals hope President Emerson, I don't know, changes it. You can look at videos, gold for bread, Zimbabwe economic crash, and so on. Socialist country crashed. Here we are, CNBC, so it's obviously not Fox. Why are we ignoring this colossal socialist failure? Pro-Euro protesters attended a rally in front of the Parliament building of Athens, Greece, June 30th, 2015. Panhellenic Socialist Movement, political party, Greece. They are a socialist group. Greece economic crisis is over only if you don't live there. Socialism doesn't work. It's failed in several countries. So, socialism and communism in Italy. Foreign affairs. Socialist Party of France. And this right here is just going on about is France socialist or not since the 1990s. This has changed considerably. The state has privatized many of these companies. Keep in mind, this is companies being privatized. France does still have a socialist party, but the name is misleading because its reality is mostly Socialist Democratic Party. Socialist Democrat. I realize it goes on about free market and so on, but you can't really have a free market when your government's in charge of everything and taxing you for all that. But still, let's just hop into it. France and Italy could be the next European economic crash. Keep in mind, this is in 2016. It does normally take several years for an economy does just crash. You know, there's something coming. And it's 2 years, so it could definitely be wrong. I'm not gonna lie. Admittedly, it's from the Independent, which I think is right leaning. Actually, no, it didn't. I thought Italy kind of did have a crash. Was it France? I could have sworn one of them actually did have a crash. I could be wrong. Sorry. Anyway, France to tax ultra rich at 75% tax rate. 10,000 millionaires left France last year. It's 2016. When was this one going to be done? Oh, okay, 2012. And let me show you. Yeah, okay. Last year, that's how many left. So, let me see. I'm going to try and do this. This is going to be a bit of a mess up, but excuse me for my script. So let's see. The one I found when I posted was actually at 12,000, but that was from 2015, I think. They were leaving that year. So France saw the biggest exodus of the high net worth individuals with 12,000 millionaires leaving. China, 9,000 millionaires. And 6,000 left Italy. 6,000 leaving Turkey, India, and Brazil had 8,000. That's how many people left these countries because of high taxes. Now, unlike the rich, I can't, those of us working or working class, can't just pack our stuff and take off. We can't just move into a new country and say, there we go, done. Only the rich can. I can't just go and buy a plane ticket. I can't buy a new home. I can't just do whatever I want. So you tax them for your social, because you want your free college tuition, you want affordable health care, and so on, and with food stamps, safety nets, and so on, all funded by the rich. They're going to leave CNN money. Keep on this CNN. I'm keeping away from anything as biased as I can. Let's look at this. Back to my script. I'm sorry. 1950s, we got the Korean War. South Korea and North Korea were identical after the war because obviously they're both in poverty. Both got done fighting the war. It was pretty bad stuff. South Korea's economy followed suit of the United States capitalist economy. In the very short 70 years, one lifetime, you can see the major difference of capitalism has benefited the South Koreans of $1,537 billion. Let's go into North Korea's GDP. Back to my script, I'm sorry. First, North Korea's measly all-time high of 17 billion. Anyone that stands, yes, anyone who stands behind socialism obviously does know what the hell they're talking about. Now, I realize I gave one country there. So I was like, oh, well, this is one country. the U.S. became a superpower in a very short time by basically learning about capitalism. And in a sense, if you think about it, they created it because it was something similar, but not like the way we had it back then. Or you know what I mean? It was not what we know of it now. It was there, but I'm no historian, but I'm sure you guys get what I mean. Let's look at that. Let's look at Hong Kong. Part of, just kind of just small little area. They go to completely free market, and I think John Stossel did a video about it, where it's just you can go. I want to do a business, start my own business. Oh, here's the paperwork. You pay to rent the place, wherever it is, whatever you're gonna sell. You put your stuff up. 24 hours, the next day, basically, you got your business in that. You got your room to sell whatever you want. They had the world's greatest economy going on for quite a while. So yes, countries that do stick with capitalism end up becoming extremely rich, end up seeing prosperity, end up seeing wealth, equality, so on. But let me get back to this anyway. So, aside from countries, people who got rich off of capitalism: Bill Gates, Microsoft; Carco Slim, Helu, Telmex; Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway; Amancio Ortega, Zara. This guy made it during the Spanish financial crisis. Larry Ellison, Oracle; Charles and David Koch. They made their money through the stock market, believe it or not. Keep in mind, this is when people started off becoming who and what they are now. Christy Walton, Walmart dividends. Just dividends, not owning Walmart, as in stocks. Dividends. Lillian Betancourt, L'Oreal. I think there's also dividends. Travis Kalanick, Garrett Kemp, Ryan Greaves, Uber. Nathan Bleckerzix, I don't know. Brian Chesky, Joe Geba, Airbnb. Evan Spiegel and Bobby Murphy, Snapchat. So you can say what you will about the others, but keep in mind when someone's just making money off of dividends, selling makeup, Telmex is like some phone company in Mexico. All these people making their money through capitalism, becoming rich, becoming who they are. And if you want to sit there, well, they started that way. Once they got enough money, they started using people because, underpaying workers and whatever. Okay. Uber, these guys, I'm sure, had to drive the cars themselves and get things started. And then other people who needed jobs went for it. No one forced them. You use your own car the last time I checked with Uber. Airbnb, I don't know much about that one, so I can't say actually. But Snapchat, seriously, how do you trick people into using Snapchat? Capitalism is basically you create something that people want to use, and then you sell it to them, give it to them, whatever. Or you find a problem that everyone has and complains about, and you solve that problem. And you know what? I'm gonna go where you guys can just see there. The last I checked, yes, there's this problem. I'm gonna fix this problem. Make money. People want this. I'm gonna give this to them. So I don't see how people can sit there and be like, "Oh, democratic socialism is great. It works. It helps out everyone." Blah blah blah. No, it doesn't. There's several countries where people are suffering, where people are dying, starving, homeless. If you look into those countries and look up what the hell where police were basically robbing people for food. The police where people were like, "Oh my God, I'm being robbed. Help me. My family is going to starve." Police would go over there, stop the people from robbing them, and then rob those very people they went to go help. It is not a pretty picture. This is some Sesame Street crap, or Sesame Street crap. Anyway, before I go on too long, let me get back to it. Capitalism, however, on the other hand, it's created wealth. It's created so much. You can sit there and say America wasn't perfect. Okay, true. But America, which got rid of slavery, compared to Africa, which still has it, the world's not perfect. I admit, people aren't perfect, but still, capitalism has created more wealth and equality than anything else in history. as to where socialism in these countries, oh, well, that's because corrupt government. Well, it's because it's socialism. Government has all the power. Countries with democratic socialism have crashed, have caused people to lose families because they starved to death. Because in Venezuela, remember, the Venezuelan government was actually complaining about that one, saying about how, was even blaming all, saying that because it failed because of socialism. People were eating their own pets. There's things where they're having to put their hands on machines to scan and make sure they don't buy more than however many days worth of food. And even TYT did a video and they were like, oh, well, we can't say it was because of socialism. No, it was because of socialism. That's it. They were selling, it was like, oh, because they were selling oil. And when a country runs out of something like selling oil, they normally go to something else, such as private business. But when the government can just walk in, I like this place, it's mine. What's the incentive for creating your own business? I mean, like I said, TYT did it. Steven Crowder talks about it. I realize, like I said, I'm naming both because I don't want to say, oh, well, of course, Steven Crowder, what is he? Okay, I'm naming TYT too. They admit it was socialist, but they try not to blame it on that. They try not to blame it on socialism. Anyway, now before I rant and make this too long, I'll see y'all guys. Y'all take care. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell me what y'all think. Agree, don't agree. Did I miss anything? If I'm wrong, please tell me where I'm wrong and actually give me a source. You don't have to put the link maybe because I don't think you can, but at least give me, a good direction of where to go to find out if I'm wrong. And obviously try and keep it unbiased. I went to CNN and so on. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Y'all take care.